Did you know that some people live to 100 without ever stepping foot in a gym? It sounds impossible, right? But it's true. Forget intense workouts, strict fitness plans, or endless cardio. There are hidden secrets to longevity, simple, surprising habits that keep some people thriving well past 100, and they may surprise you. In this video, you'll discover 5 unusual longevity secrets that scientists have uncovered. And trust me, Hash 3 might completely change how you think about aging. Most of us are told that if you want to live a long and healthy life, you need to stay active. And while that's true to some extent, there's a fascinating twist. Some people manage to live past 100 without ever following a structured exercise routine. No gym memberships, no intense workout schedules, yet they thrive. So what's their secret? The truth is their longevity isn't random, a high-endem. It's not luck either. Instead, it's a combination of surprising lifestyle choices, overlooked habits, and powerful mindsets, all backed by science. And here's why you'll want to watch until the end. The 5th secret is something you can start doing today, and it might just add years to your life. So if you're curious about the hidden keys to living a longer, healthier life without breaking a sweat in your day, keep watching, because what you're about to learn could change the way you think about aging forever. How aging is. Helen was a retired teacher in her modern age. By most accounts, her lifestyle was quiet and simple. She didn't go to the gym, she didn't follow a strict fitness routine, and aside from some light walking around her neighborhood, she wasn't very physically active. And yet, Helen seemed to defy aging. Her mind stayed sharp, her energy levels remained high, and she rarely battled the chronic aches and pains that many seniors face. So, what was her secret? For Helen, it wasn't about physical strength, it was about purpose. Even in her later years, Helen spent her mornings tutoring children at her local library. Each afternoon, she'd call a friend or write letters to her grandchildren. She even joined a local gardening club where she helped plant flowers in her community. These activities weren't strenuous, but they gave Helen something powerful, a reason to get up each day, a sense of purpose, and the impact was remarkable. Research now shows that people with a strong sense of purpose are far less likely to suffer from heart disease, stroke, or cognitive decline. In fact, one study found that seniors with meaningful goals had a 37% lower risk of dying over a 7-year period compared to those without a clear purpose. Why? Because when you have something to look forward to, whether it's a volunteer role, a creative hobby, or even caring for your grandchildren, your body responds. Stress hormones decrease, immune function improves, and your brain stays sharper for longer. So ask yourself, what gives your life meaning? It doesn't have to be big. Maybe you love baking for your neighbors. Perhaps you enjoy mentoring younger generations or spending time in your garden. Whatever it is, nurturing that sense of purpose could be one of the most powerful things you do for your health. No gym required. Do you have a meaningful hobby or goal that keeps you motivated? Share it in the comments below. I'd love to hear what inspires you. Meet George. At 95 years old, George had never been one to exercise. No gym memberships, no morning jogs. In fact, the closest thing to a workout in George's routine was his slow stroll to the corner cafe each morning. But here's what made George different. Every day, like clockwork, George would grab his coat, shuffle down the street, and meet up with a small group of old friends. They'd sit at the same table, sip their coffee, and talk for hours, laughing about old memories, debating current events, and sharing stories from their younger days. To most people, it just looked like friendly chatter. But in reality, those simple conversations were doing something powerful, something that helped George stay sharp, healthy, and full of life. Research has uncovered a surprising truth. Seniors with strong social ties have up to a 50% lower risk of early death compared to those who feel isolated. Why? Because meaningful social connections reduce stress, improve heart health, and even strengthen your immune system. In fact, some researchers now believe that loneliness may be as dangerous as smoking 15 cigarettes a day, yet most people never realize the risk until it's too late. If you've been feeling isolated lately, don't underestimate the power of simple connections. Even a weekly phone call with a friend, joining a local club, or chatting with neighbors can give your mind and body a powerful boost. And if you're thinking, it's been too long, I wouldn't know where to start, Don't worry, rebuilding social connections is easier than you might think. Reach out to an old friend, join a group that shares your interests, or simply make it a habit to say hello to familiar faces in your community. Because as George's story shows, it's not about how much you exercise, it's about staying connected to the people who make life meaningful. Do you believe strong friendships are key to a happy life? If so, comment yes below and tell me about someone special who brightens your day. Let me tell you about Margaret. Margaret was 96 years old, and life hadn't always been easy for her. Arthritis had made her joints stiff and her mobility limited. She couldn't move as freely as she once did, and most people assumed her health would quickly decline. But Margaret was different. Despite her physical challenges, Margaret seemed remarkably calm, almost peaceful. She rarely complained, her mind stayed clear, and she always seemed to carry a quiet strength about her. So what was her secret? Every morning, Margaret began her day with 10 minutes of quiet meditation. She'd close her eyes, take slow, deep breaths, and focus her mind on things that brought her peace. Memories of loved ones, the sound of birds outside her window, or moments of gratitude from her past. It wasn't complicated, but over time, that small habit had a powerful effect. Studies now show that simple techniques like meditation, deep breathing, and mindfulness can dramatically reduce the effects of stress, and that's crucial for longevity. When stress goes unchecked, it floods your body with cortisol, a hormone that accelerates aging, weakens your immune system, and increases your risk of heart disease. But calming practices, like Margaret's morning routine, actively lower those stress hormones. In fact, research shows that consistent mindfulness practices can actually slow down the aging process at a cellular level by protecting your DNA from damage. If stress has been weighing on you lately, start small. Just 5 minutes of quiet breathing each day can make a huge difference. Try this simple exercise. Sit comfortably in a quiet space, close your eyes, and take a slow, deep breath. In through your nose for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, and then out through your mouth for 4 seconds. Repeat this for just 5 minutes. It may feel simple, but this tiny habit can help lower your blood pressure, calm your nervous system, and protect your body from the long-term effects of stress. And just like Margaret discovered, you don't need a gym membership to live a longer, healthier life. Sometimes all it takes is a few quiet moments each morning. What's your favorite way to relax and unwind? Share it below. Your ideas might inspire someone else to start their own calming routine. Now let me tell you about Robert. Robert never considered himself the active type. He never owned workout gear, never followed a fitness program, and he certainly never stepped foot in a gym. But despite that, Robert remained strong and mobile well into his 90s. While some of his friends struggled with stiff joints and declining strength, Robert still moved with ease, walking to the store, tending to his garden, and even climbing the stairs without much trouble. Instead, it was just a natural part of his day. Most mornings, Robert spent time in his garden, pulling weeds, planting vegetables, and carrying watering cans across his yard. When he needed groceries, he'd walk to the store instead of driving. And every evening, while watching his favorite TV shows, he'd stretch his legs and rotate his ankles, just to stay loose. It never felt like exercise, but that's exactly what kept him strong. Research shows that low-impact everyday movement, like gardening, walking, or even light chores, can have a huge impact on your overall health. In fact, one study found that seniors who engaged in regular daily movement, even without formal exercise, had stronger muscles, better joint flexibility, and a 30% lower risk of falls compared to those who were more sedentary. Why? Because small, frequent movements keep your muscles active, improve circulation, and maintain balance, all without the strain of intense workouts. If traditional exercise doesn't appeal to you, don't worry. Movement doesn't have to feel like a workout. Spend a few minutes stretching while you watch TV. Walk to the mailbox instead of driving. Take a few extra steps while cleaning the house or preparing meals. It's these small, everyday movements that quietly build strength and keep your body resilient, just like Robert discovered. Tell me below, what's your favorite way to stay active without working out? Your ideas might inspire someone else to get moving. Now let me introduce you to Alice. Alice never followed a strict diet, never joined a gym, and never had a complicated health routine. Yet somehow, she managed to stay remarkably healthy and sharp well into her 90s. Her friends would often ask, "Alice, what's your secret?" And her answer was simple: "I protect my sleep like my life depends on it." Every night, Alice followed the same routine. An hour before bed, she'd dim the lights, turn off her TV, and read a calming book by her favorite author. She'd sip a warm cup of chamomile tea, then head to bed at the same time every single night. No late night news, no scrolling on her phone, and no tossing and turning. And while it seemed like a simple routine, it played a powerful role in her health. Science now shows that deep, high-quality sleep is one of the most overlooked keys to longevity. During deep sleep, your body repairs damaged cells, reduces inflammation, and strengthens your heart. It's also when your brain clears out toxins, the very waste buildup linked to memory decline in conditions like Alzheimer's. In fact, research shows that seniors who consistently get 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep have a significantly lower risk of heart disease, stroke, and even early death. On the other hand, poor sleep can weaken your immune system, raise your blood pressure, and accelerate aging at a cellular level. If you've been struggling to get quality rest, here are some simple tips that can make a big difference. Stick to a schedule. Go to bed and wake up at the same time each day, even on weekends. Create a wind-down routine. Try reading, meditation, or gentle stretching before bed. Avoid screens at night. Blue light from phones or TV can trick your brain into staying awake. Limit caffeine in the afternoon. Even small amounts late in the day can disturb your sleep cycle. Like Alice discovered, you don't need intense workouts or complicated health plans to feel strong and energized. Sometimes the best thing you can do for your body is simply to get a good night's sleep. Do you have a bedtime routine that helps you sleep better? Let me know in the comments. Your tips might help someone else improve their rest. As you've seen today, longevity isn't just about exercise. It's about finding purpose, building strong connections, managing stress, staying active in simple ways, and protecting your sleep. These 5 unusual secrets may not involve heavy workouts or strict routines, but they hold the power to keep your mind sharp, your body strong, and your spirit full of life well into your later years. And if you're sitting there thinking, "It's too late for me to make a change," I want you to know something important. It's never too late. Small habits can create powerful results. Whether it's calling a friend, practicing a few minutes of deep breathing, or starting a simple bedtime routine, those tiny steps can add years to your life. So start today. Your future self will thank you. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these longevity secrets surprised you the most? Comment below and let me know. And if you haven't yet, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you won't miss our next powerful video on senior health and well-being. Thank you for watching, and remember, living longer isn't just about adding years to your life. It's about adding life to your years. We'll see you in the next video.